No.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dr. Cammy and Karen Go Keto. I'm Karen, and today we have Dr. Cammy here, and we've decided we're going to check in with you guys and talk about staying the course. And we've been on our journey for a little bit. I think I don't remember when our first post was, maybe in August. And it's just a transition for us going from our not so great diets to a ketogenic carnivore diet. And Cammy, what do you have to share about staying the course?
Well, thank you, Karen, and hello to everybody. I would like to say that I feel like I am staying the course. You know, there's ups and downs, just like in life, there's ups and downs and things that happen and things that are easier and things that are more difficult. And what's going on with me now is that I'm trying to be in and out of ketosis. My body is, I was saying to Jeff today that I have to coax it along because my body wants to stay where it was. It was very happy in some ways, just binging on sugar and going into comas and, you know, food comas and knowing my, modus operandi for that. And now things are very different. And so I'm needing to coax it along. And that requires me to be very careful about what I'm eating. I have a food journal and I write down everything that I eat in it. And that allows me to go back and look. Like, for instance, now, sometimes I'm negative ketones in the morning and sometimes I'm trace or sometimes even one plus ketones in the morning. And that maybe allows me to look back when I'm negative at my food plan before that and pay attention to what's going on in there. And I think it might be dairy. I hate to say that.
I know.
I think it might be cheese and sour cream and, the stuff that I'm really loving. But considering that I was eating chocolate chip cookies and, going on binges, and yesterday was my 30-day sugar challenge, finished that. I was not perfect. There was one day in those 30 days where I ate off plan at a pretty good pace, but I'm very happy overall that it feels like it's a new normal that's coming along for me. And that's really important, just to hang in there till you get some of the new normals, till you get a little bit of time under your belt, so to speak. And I think that's where I struggle because I'm really impatient. I want results now, and I don't want this, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, kind of pacing yourself along, which is really what I think most bodies are going to want.
Well, I think that is a lot of how it just it works. Unless you have neither of us had any health wake up calls or anything that said, you must do this immediately, right? Like, you have to cut out every single carbohydrate out of your diet. And so, for that reason, I think we're taking a gentler approach, right? It's okay if it takes you a whole year to lose 100 pounds. I feel like it's okay if it takes me, a few more months to lose 40 pounds, a total of 40 pounds. I just really started focusing on the keto diet because I earlier told everybody that it just works for me because it's very simple, right? And I have the eat my breakfast here, and then if I'm going to eat something else that day, then I'm going to eat a steak or something. And today I did not eat that. I ate my lunch. I did eat my regular breakfast, and I stopped going to Cracker Barrel because I had breakfast at Cracker Barrel 3 days, and for 3 days I had like surprise diarrhea, which
Mm.
I heard about on from the keto sphere out there in YouTube. And I just listened to somebody yesterday, and they said, maybe if you're having that, then add cheese because it has a more constipative effect, right? So I think what that is and what's really funny about it, because I've never had diarrhea so much in my life, except for when I did the colon cleanse for my colonoscopy. You know, it was very similar to that, but you feel good afterwards, right? It's like I felt a lot lighter. I didn't feel bloated, and I certainly know that I'm not bloated. And I think I probably lost 5 pounds just in those 5 days because of that. And the only thing is, if you guys go keto and you have this feeling, I mean, not keto, carnivore, just know, and Cammy, I think this is true going keto too. When you get that transition, your gut is not used to it, right? Your gut biome is just changing. And so the way you absorb things and the way you process your food and your waste is totally different. And so when you think you're going to have a fart, it may not be a fart, so be close to a bathroom.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
and or wear a pad, you know, just
A
to be
thick
on the
pad.
safe side. Yeah. So I know you guys, that's a lot of information, but I've been staying the course even through that, and I think this is day 6 now of carnivore. And my lunch today, and see, this is what happens, right? I've been 5 days, feel great, no cravings, but today I decided to go to Arby's and I ate a double roast beef sandwich with no bread. But, doubles our beef sandwich with, is still not great. And I did put a little horsey sauce on it, which I know has sugar in it. So, but I still think it's easy to get back. I think that just I was upset that I had done that, right? So I thought, okay, now next time, tomorrow, I'm not going to do that. I've got to go back and just cook my steak for lunch or just eat more because the place where I'm having breakfast now, where I added the cheese, is a skillet and I take the potatoes out, but they have chorizo, eggs, and cheese, but I'm only having 2 eggs and not 4 eggs. So maybe I need to add the 4 eggs to be a little more full.
Mhm. Yeah, and this is what it's all about. It's about, trying something out, just fitting, just wearing it loosely, seeing how it fits you and, maybe making some adjustments here and there and just knowing that, eventually you'll figure it out. It's just going to take some time sometimes. And that's where I am impatient, but slowly but steady, there's progress, and like when I'm going to the gym, I have my shirt on and it's, I'm still so big. I have so much work to do still, but these are extra large shirts and I used to be an extra, extra large. So, I have to remember that. I have to say these are fitting tighter and they're going to get looser. And, it's just, progress, not perfection.
Well, and remember how so many times during this journey, which what did we say? You kind of started this more around May, right?
Mhm.
And you said you'd never fast, and then boom, you're turning around fasting. You didn't think you would get your carbs down to 20, and now you're doing carbs around 20. And so to say no dairy, it's weird because like when I go to Cracker Barrel, it is 4 eggs and 4 sausage patties. And it took me a while to realize, hey, there's no cheese in there because I usually have cheese in my skillet or omelet or whatever. So, and I think that's the difference. So I will keep the cheese in there for at least another couple weeks, or at least a week for that transition to go a little slower so my bowels get caught up.
Yeah. And then you could wean it off. And as you wean it off, it'll probably improve.
Right, right.
Yeah, so the other thing that you said the other day that I thought was so cute was when we were talking about eating, like for instance, this morning I ate 3 eggs with some butter to prepare it, and I wanted to put cheese on it and sour cream, and I wanted to make it like Mexican with salsa, and I thought, no, those are going to have all those carbs in it, and that's not the road I'm trying to get on right now. I want to get rid of my belly. And so I thought of you when you said, oh, those concentration camp survivors with the Holocaust and how they ate half a biscuit a day. And so I scrambled up my eggs and I don't really like plain eggs, but I ate them and it was a nice amount. And I was very grateful that I had something to eat. So it's all about
Yeah.
perspective too.
It really is. Yeah, I use the concentration camp survivors because it's hard for me to actually comprehend that people could live through such torture, and so many of them did, fortunately. Sadly, so many lost their lives, but at least there are people who survived, and it just shows the strength. of the human spirit and human will, because they were not just surviving, they were made to work, and their lives were beyond what we can fathom. And to think that all I have to do is say no to bread, I think I can do that today.
Right.
Um,
And you bring up a really important point about just for today. This 24 hours. It's, like I think about going the rest of my life without eating a piece of cake, and I doubt if I'll do that. But, there's days where I just don't need to eat cake, and I'm thinking, okay, well, for today, I won't do that. And the other day, I was somewhere where there was cake being served. It was my sister's birthday party, and everybody there was eating cake, and I just didn't feel like eating cake. And I just thought, I don't really need to eat this. And it was double, triple chocolate and all these things. And I thought about how I was going to feel after I ate that. And I had to drive myself home a fairly long distance. And I thought, no, I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to feel good. And yeah, so that's, another way to stay on your road is just to follow it through to the end, and say, gosh, at the end of this, I'm going to feel really good about myself because yes, I went to bed a little bit hungry and I'm going to wake up a little bit hungry. And that's going to be a great thing.
yeah. Well, I think, Cammy, we're at the time that we should say goodbye unless there's anything else that you want to share.
No, I just want to say thank you for being with us on our journey, and we're going to keep on keeping on, and we'll be around for you. And we enjoy your comments and your shares and subscribe and all that good stuff.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. See you next
See
time.
you. Bye, Karen.
Bye.